Okay, people, here we go. We are reviewing 23.2. 3, 2, 1, go! So on the screen, the small one on the bottom right-hand corner is my first attempt, which was just Saturday there. And the big one is my second attempt. So I'll explain how the first attempt went. So you can see I'm jumping on a plate there to get a more desirable height to the pull-up bar, which was fine, but I didn't have much practice stepping on the plate, and it involved a little bit extra footwork, which I decided on the second one it would speed me up a bit, not having to step on that plate. So you can see on the second attempt I've got mats there, which are better designed because it just raises the height of the whole floor, opposed to just one section of it. So anyway, I just come out a lot hotter in the second one, of course, because I'm trying to beat my first score. My first attempt, I got 129 reps, which is equivalent to the 4 burpees on the round of 30 burpees. So you can see here, I'm going to speed this up a little bit. On the second attempt, I'm finished the shuttle runs. And on the first one, I'm still running. So you can see I'm ahead, but that was the plan all along. I was just pushing it much harder. The first one, I didn't know how to pace myself, didn't know how I was supposed to feel. I think it was maybe actually on the second shuttle runs on the first attempt, I realised my breathing was totally fine. I felt comfortable. I was enjoying the workout. I was like, maybe I'm enjoying this a bit too much. And I pushed the pace a little. But it was like the first attempt, having that plate there, it was stalling me a bit. But it was like it was perfectly stalling me to the point that I wasn't really getting out of breath and I was just keeping a really good rhythm, which is perfect. That's what you want. But obviously it created that feeling that I was a bit fresh coming out of the first attempt into the thruster, and that gave me this consensus that the second attempt I could push a lot harder, which you can see I'm attempting to do. So I'm on to around the 15 burpees here in the second attempt, and from memory it's feeling like a completely different workout. Like coming out that little bit faster, your heart rate gets higher quicker and it stays higher for longer. And the mats I was lying on were roasting hot. And that's not an excuse, but they just were. And I remember feeling like I've overheated already on the second attempt, where the first one I didn't get that feeling of overheating. You know, when you're just hot, but you're like, I need to put cold water on my head. That's what it feels like, and your mouth's dry, completely dry. So anyway, a lot earlier in the workout, I hit that kind of pain point on the second attempt, but I'm just trying to hold on for longer. And it's a 15-minute workout, so it's a fair jaunt. So now I'm in around the 20 burpees. And you can see, this is sped up by the way. But you can see my pace is consistent on the burpees. I do well. I'm proud, like looking back, I keep a good rhythm. I really do. Which sometimes confuses me when I see people with really good scores, like scores that are way better than mine, because I'm like, where do they make up the speed, you know? I'm watching, I'm like, how can I go much faster? You know, I'll put it back to normal speed just so it's not rapid, but I'm not. I keep fairly consistent, but I suppose that's it. It is what it is. Like, there's just levels to this fitness, and people are just, obviously their burpees are just far quicker. That looks so slow now that I've sped it down. Right, let's speed it up again. So now I'm on to 10 shuttle runs after doing 20 burpees, was that? Burpee pull-ups. And I actually really enjoyed the burpee pull-up movement. I didn't feel like it was gassing me that much doing the movement. It was actually coming back out into the shuttle runs. I was like, I'm breathing heavy. 5, 6, am I counting that right? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 23, 24, 25, 25. So now I'm struggling. Look at me now. I'm like shuffling, but I was gassed. I was gassed there. I mean, I look like I'm still putting on a shuffle, but here I'm walking now. I remember I should just walk there. See, instead of trying to shuffle, I should just walk. Just choose to walk for 3 or 4. And really get your heart rate down, because at this point my heart rate's just spiked. And that shuffle I'm doing isn't really speeding me up. And it's just probably causing my heart rate to stay elevated. You can see on the bottom one I'm still on the set of 25 at this point. But you'll see on the shuttle runs, I believe, I'll look a lot better. But of course, because I've went slower through the whole workout. Speed this up a little. Right, here I'm coming into the shuttle runs on the first attempt. And I remember feeling fine here. Maybe a bit more heavy breath for the first 5. But again, on my first attempt, I'm always just kind of playful with it, if you like, so I don't know what to expect, so I'm just enjoying it. I don't know when to push. You can see I've upped the pace here on the shuttle runs. I'm going faster now because I know I've got just over a minute left and I want to get back to the burpees for the round of 30. Yeah, I look like I've got a lot more energy on the first attempt. So, second attempt, that's me back for a minute of burpees. See how many we get on. 1, 2, 3. You can see I'm moving a lot faster on the first attempt to shuttle runs. But yes, it's interesting how much of a difference it really can make. How you strategize your paces, and maybe I should have took the shuttle runs a lot easier and just pushed the pace on the burpees. I've seen somebody do that. But anyway. 30 seconds left. You can see I'm looking at the clock on the first attempt. That's me back to the burpees on the first attempt. 15 seconds to go. Anyway, on the second attempt, I get to 12 burpees, which gives me a score of 137. So at this point, perfect. I've executed my plan. I've beat my score number 1. However, this is a workout of 2 parts. So this is where it goes a bit pear-shaped. You can see in the second attempt here, I'm breathing heavy. I'm tired. At this point, I'm overheated. I'm feeling a bit dodgy. And you look at the first attempt, you can see I'm standing up, walking, looking fine, breathing, but I'm not. Like, you look at the second attempt, I'm on the floor. It's just a complete different feeling for only 8 extra burpees, which of course makes a difference as long as you can hit the same weight you do on the thruster. So on the first attempt, I end up getting up to a thruster of 95 kilos, which looks really good. It looks quite easy, and it felt easy from what you'll see. So the plan here was to get 100 kilos, really, on the second attempt. But it doesn't go to plan. So there's a lot to learn from this. And hindsight's 20/20, but, I'll give my opinion, but it is what it is. Ultimately, I just don't have the strength combined with the fitness. Also, while we're waiting, big thanks to Dom. Dom judged me on my second attempt here. And on my first attempt, big thanks to Christopher. Dom's from Germany, Christopher's from America, but, they scored me, they kept me to the right standards and, motivating me and stuff through it. it feels good, you know, when we're all helping each other out during the open. It's a good feeling. So anyway, that's been 1:45, and you can see in the first one, I start with 60 just to get going. Not a heavy weight for me, but just to get the ball rolling. And you can see I'm taking a lot longer on the second attempt. So I decided on the second attempt to start at 60 again. But in hindsight, this was a waste of time. I shouldn't have done that. Because I needed more rest to get a better score in part one, it means that I shouldn't have wasted this attempt. I just don't have the time, really. But, you know, hindsight's 20/20. So I do 60 kilos here. I'm almost 2.5 minutes into my 5-minute time cap, and that 60 was a bit pointless. Fine on the first one because I had the time and energy. Right, first attempt, I'm doing 80 there, I believe. 80 floats up, that's fine. So on my second attempt, I jumped right up to 90 kilos, which was the plan. Let's see how that goes. You can see I'm doing 90 kilos at a similar time here on both attempts. So the clean's fine, but one thing I was noticing here when I was doing the power clean in the second attempt, so it goes a bit not as smooth as the first one. One thing I'm noticing when I'm doing the power clean here, because I do a power clean then a thruster instead of a full clean straight into a thruster, I'm noticing when I'm cleaning it, I'm feeling lightheaded at the top, waiting to do my thruster. So it's obviously my heart rate's still high, I've not completely recovered, and that goes to show. So here we go, second attempt, I've put 97 kilos on the bar. Thinking I'll get it. I mean, I should have been getting it, but, you know, obviously I've not recovered, so you'll see what happens. The first attempt, I've got 95 kilos in the bar here, down the bottom right, but I'm taking my time because that's my last attempt. So I've got 40 seconds left, get 97 kilo up on the power clean, feeling lightheaded, go down, coming up, nah, nope, not today. So decided to drop it down to 95 kilos, thinking at least if I equal my score, you know, that's all good. So can't say I'm overly nervous or thinking much, I'm just counting down the time. I've got 15 seconds to pick that bar up. So you can see my first attempt, here I go, power clean, whooshed. Felt strong there, pressed really back, up we go, there you go, easy peasy. Second one, clean it, and here this is when I get a bit lightheaded, try and get a breath, and there you go. Narrowly miss it, but miss it nonetheless. And that's it guys, 22.3, done. Bye-bye.